Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So today we're going to be covering the next topic of mansoobat. So far, which ones have we done so far? So we've done maf'ul bihi, yeah? Okay, we've done maf'ul mutlaq, who's known as the masdar. We've done dharf, maf'ul fihi. Okay, we ain't done those two. Khabar of kana, we haven't done that yet. We did hal last week. Okay, and today, actually let's do tameez. Hal last week, and today we're going to be covering this one. Okay, that's the one we're going to cover today, tameez. Okay, so let's look at what tameez is then. Ya Allah. Okay, so remember, tameez, Zaydun afdalu ilman. Zaydun afdalu ilman. So tameez is all about clarification. Mayyaza yumayyizu in Arabic simply means to clarify something. This is one of those rules in Arabic which I can't find any sort of parallel in English. Yeah. So in English I can't see any parallel to it. So this is why this is one of those rules that you need to know it in Arabic, because in English it doesn't make sense how it works. So I'm going to explain how simply this works. Okay, so right, so this is called tameez. Tameez. In Arabic you write it like this. Tameez. Okay, tameez. So what is tameez all about? Like I said, it's all about clarification. It's about trying to make something clear. So in other words, in the sentence, there's some sort of thing that's unclear, and you want to make it clear. Now, in English, I can't really explain it. Right? I can't explain it. But in Arabic, I can try to explain. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try to be a freshie. Yeah, I'm going to be an Arab who's become a freshie now. Yeah, no offense to Arabs out there, but this is the way I'm going to explain it. So, for instance, let's say, for example, I said this. Oops. I said this. Zayd is the best. Okay, Zayd is the best. So if I say to you, Zayd is the best, now you're going to probably think to me, wait a minute, what do you mean Zayd is the best? Is Zayd the best in cooking? Is Zayd the best in studying? Is Zayd the best in running? Is Zayd the best in talking? What is he the best in? So whatever word I bring here, this is going to be the clarification. Okay, so here, this is going to be the tameez. Tameez. So I'm clarifying. So in other words, the thing that is the best, the aspect of Zayd which is the best, that's the tameez. Okay, so give me an example. What shall I write? Zayd is the best. Give me an example of what to write over here to make it tameez. Yeah, so I'll say one, and you guys can say one as well. So Zayd is the best in studies. Yeah, Zayd is the best in studies. What else do you think I can write? Yeah, Zayd is the best in eating. Yeah, Zayd is the best in manners. Supposed to be manners there. It looks like imams. And write that again. Yeah, in manners. Okay, so whatever you're going to write over there to clarify that is going to be called, it's going to be at driving, yes. At driving, you can say. That's good as well. Okay, so at driving. And the reason I said, look, you can't use it in English because, you see, in English, you got to use like another word with it. You got to use a preposition with it or something. So that kind of defeats the purpose there. So let's go to the Arabic then, yeah? You guys ready for the Arabic? Okay. So look at this now. So if I write it over here. So in tameez, there's 4 things that you have to remember. You remember last week when we talked about the hal. Okay, so in hal, we mentioned several points about the hal. And over there, we mentioned 5 points about the hal. Yeah, so here we're going to mention only 4 points about the tameez. So the same points as the hal apply to the tameez as well. So how does it work then? So in tameez, number 1, tameez has to be an ism. Yeah, tameez must be an ism. Yeah, you can't be like a fi'l. I'm sorry. Yeah, even if you have an operation, even if you take hormones, you can't become an ism. Yeah, actually you can. Yeah, but forget that. That will mustard you can. So ism, it has to be an ism. That's number 1. So it has to be a noun. Number 2, mansoob. It has to be in the mansoob state. So tameez must be in the mansoob state. If you get a word that's not mansoob, sorry mate. Yeah, this is the tameez, so you gotta be mansoob. Okay, number 3. The third is that it must be something. There must be something which is unclear. Lima ubhima or inbahama. So this word came last week. So I'll just write it over here. Unclear. There's got to be something in the sentence that's unclear. If there's nothing in the sentence unclear, then come on, bro. What's this? Yeah. Then what's the point of bringing a tameez? If you're not hungry, what's the point of, going to the shop and buying food? Yeah. If you're not tired, what's the point of going to sleep? Etc. etc. You get my point, don't you? So unclear. So there's got to be something in the sentence that's ambiguous, unclear. And finally, there has to be. Actually, you know what? There is 5 things. I actually missed out a very important one. So guys, yeah, I'm going to change this a bit. So change your notes. Let me just change these notes a bit. Yeah, see, this is what happens, guys. Yeah, when you go on and you chat like me, yeah, you go on and on and on. This is what happens. You forget stuff. So it has to clarify. So I'll put it out mufassir. Yeah, it has to be what we call mufassir. You're like a mufassir of the Quran, yeah? It has to be a mufassir. Nah, not a mufassir of the Quran, but it has to clarify something. So there has to be a mufassir there. There also has to be something unclear there, right? Like I was going on about. And the fifth thing is it has to be something. The thing that's unclear has to be something which is physical. Physical. Yeah, another word for physical is zawat. Zawat. Yeah, not dawa. Yeah, not that. Dawa. Zawat. Yeah, not dawa. Zawat. Okay, so in other words, this unclear thing has to be something which is physical. It's got to be something that kind of, zawat, some sort of physical kind of thing is talking about. Yeah, so, all right. So anyway, ism, mansoob, mufassir, unclear, and physical. So these are the 5 points in the definition that you got to remember. 5 things. So if I say to you, all right, guys, can a tameez be a fi'l? What are you guys going to say to me? Yeah, you're going to say no? You're going to say, bro, it can't be a fi'l. I'm going to say, well, why not? Because that's the rights of the tameez. It has to be an ism. Oh, okay. Can a tameez ever be marfu? Yeah. And you guys say to me, sorry, Ustad, no, it can't be a marfu. It has to be mansoob. Okay, good. Can a tameez ever be in the sentence? Can it be something which is unclear? Yeah, it can be. Okay, good. How do you clarify it? Yeah, so there has to be something in the sentence. Now, notice the difference between the hal and the tameez. The hal is clarifying something. Yeah, it's clarifying something which is abstract, like walking quickly, yeah, riding. All these kind of things are abstract things. But the tameez has to be something which is to do with physical. So there has to be a physical element to it. Yeah, that's a very important point to remember. So, okay, let's look at some examples. Now, tameez, yeah, you know when you normally study tameez, I teach it in a different way. Yeah, but because Hazrat Ajurrumiyya Sahab, yeah, he has written this book in this manner, we gotta follow Hazrat Sahab's footsteps in this. So I'm sorry, I can't do bid'ah. I can't innovate my own way of teaching it or my own rules. So I've got to stick to what he's saying. So this is why we're going to stick to what he's saying. And like I said to you guys before, study everything at its own level. Yeah, when you're going up the stairs, you put your foot on the first step first, and then what do? You put your foot on the second step, then you put your foot on the third step. If you start taking 2 or 3 jumps, trying to, advance yourself before it's time, then you're going to end up like, like those fruit, yeah, that people want to pick before it's time. Remember those apples, yeah? I don't know, what month did the apples come out in? Yeah, is it May or June, yeah? So if you start eating apples in April, you're going to have a bad stomach. Yeah, you're going to get sick. So like that, study everything as it is. And then later on, inshallah, you can study more in detail. So what he has done is he has divided the examples of tameez into 3 types. Yeah, so those which are to do with fi'l, those which are to do with isms, yeah, and then those which are to do with numbers. So I've put, even though numbers are isms, before someone says to me, but I'll put it separately just to make you understand in your mind how it works. Okay, so these are the 3 kind of examples. He gives 6 examples, and I've broken it down into 3 types of what he said. So okay, let's look at the fi'l. Is everyone with me? Yeah, everyone understanding? Okay, so the fi'l. Alhamdulillah. Right, so the fi'l one first of all. So for example, like, I'm going to bring the examples that he brings just to make it more clear. So tasabbaba, yeah, this is a nice word, tasabbaba, look at that. Tasabbaba Zaydun. Okay, so tasabbaba Zaydun. Now we're going to bring the tameez now. Tasabbaba means was pouring. Zayd was pouring. Now if I said to you Zayd was pouring, all sorts of thoughts come to your mind. Yeah, so we want a word here that's going to clarify. It has to be an ism. It's got to be in the mansoob state. Yeah, and remember we said the mansoob state. What are the symbols for the mansoob state? Quick, someone write them in the comments. What are the symbols for the mansoob state? Remember, I'll give you a clue. There's 5 of them. There's 5 symbols of a mansoob state. Who can quickly put them in the comments? You gotta be quick. Yeah, tasabbaba Zaydun. That first gotta be an ism. Number 2, it's gotta be mansoob. Number 3, the word has to be a mufassir. It's gotta be a clarifying thing for something that's unclear and that's physical. Yeah, it's unclear and it's physical. Yeah, so excellent. Yeah, fatha, alif. Yeah, guys, come on. Where's my my acronym that I made you guys learn? Yeah, I made you learn an acronym. Yeah, so fa, alif, fatha, alif, kasra, ya, and the removal of nun. Okay, so tasabbaba Zaydun. Now they're going to bring a word here. So we want to say Zayd was pouring with what? Araq. Araqan. Sweat. So the word sweat, okay, what is it doing? It's clarifying. It's clarifying the ambiguity in that sentence. So araqan. Okay, next. Another example. This is like a bit of a tricky example. This is, a lot of people might not get this. If you get this, you get this. If you don't get this, you're still gonna have your biryani at the end of the week. Yeah, chill out. Don't worry, man. You're still gonna get your biryani, inshallah, end of the week. Okay, so tafaqqa'a. Yeah, be careful how you say that word. Yeah, it sounds a bit dodgy. Yeah, tafaqqa'a. Yeah, this is where tajweed comes in handy. Yeah, you don't know tajweed, you're messed up. You might get some Arab guys flanking here. Yeah, so تفقع بكر. Okay, now the word تفقع, the word تفقع is actually used for something that goes fat, like big, that starts to swell up. So تفقع بكر, Bakr started to swell up. Yeah, Bakr began to swell up. In what way though? How? Yeah, like which part? In his muscles? Was it because he's going to the gym a lot and he's started to swell up, started to pump up? Yeah, that's another good translation for it. Pump up. Yeah, that's a good one. Bakr pumped up. Yeah. In what way though? So, shahman. Fat. Not a very nice way. Yeah, too many donuts, bro. Yeah, Bakr has been killing the donuts. Too much biryani. Yeah, too much biryani. Abdul Samad. Excellent. Yeah, so shahman, fat on his body. So not the muscle, but the fat. So Bakr began to swell up in fat. Yeah, so in fat as in that kind of, that stuff, fat in the body. Okay, so shaham, again, it's an ism, it's a mansoob, it's a mufassir, it's for something unclear that's physical. So Bakr is a physical guy. Remember that? And the thing is a physical guy as well. Okay. Alright, number 3, the third one now. طاب Muhammadun. Okay, Muhammad became. See, this is a bit of a tricky one to translate. Yeah, so I'm gonna try my best, guys. Yeah. So طاب Muhammadun. Muhammad became pleasant. In what way did he become pleasant? Meaning, did he become pleasant in thoughts? Did he become pleasant in generosity? So this is a very tricky one to translate. It basically means that Muhammad, in some way in his life, he became pleasant. So we say, we bring a tameez to clarify it all up. Yeah, so we say, nafsan. So this word nafsan, what does it do? It's an ism. It's a mansoob. It's a mufassir. It's clarifying something which is unclear, physical. And what's that? Muhammad's nafs, his soul, his heart, yeah, his mind. Yeah, his mind was pleased. He was at rest. He was happy. So you see all these 3 examples are where there's a fi'l involved. Yeah, so are you guys with me? Yeah, you guys understanding? Or you guys just trying to make me happy? Yeah, because you should make me happy as well, but you should also try and understand it as well. Only joke. As long as you guys understand, that's the main thing. So taba, this is the fi'l. Yeah, Muhammad is the fa'il, and nafs is the tameez. Now I just want to point out something here. Okay, let me just remove that again. Ya Allah. Yeah, I hope you guys had a nice day, enjoying your day today. Yeah. Okay, let's just make that a bit bigger. 300. Alright. So look at this. So the way we do it is like this. Okay, this is, now make a note of this. This is important to remember. See, if you call this the tameez, yeah, tameez, the thing that you're clarifying, the unclear word, is known as the mumayyaz. So if the nafsan is tameez, what's the mumayyaz? The mumayyaz is Muhammad. So I'll do a different color. This is known as the mumayyaz. Yeah, come on, say it with me. Come on, say it. Mumayyaz. Mumayyaz. So this is known as the mumayyaz. Every tameez needs a mumayyaz. Yeah, just like every Juliet needs a Romeo. Allahu Akbar. Actually, that's probably not a good example. Tameez, because Romeo's messed up anyway, and Juliet's messed up as well. So they're both messed up. They can't help each other. So okay, so tameez and the mumayyaz, now when you put them together, they become now you call both of these the fa'il, yeah, of the fi'l. Have you guys got that? Yeah, so the tameez and mumayyaz put together becomes the fa'il, becomes the subject. Okay, right. So this is the example for like I said, the fi'l one. Now we're going to move on to the ism. Everyone understand the fi'l one? Is that make clear? Does that make sense? Yeah. So now we're going to move on to the next one, which is ism. Okay, let me just see. There's a good thing about technology. If you can use technology to your advantage, alhamdulillah, you can benefit so much from it. But if you can't use technology, yeah, you can't benefit people, then you messed up. Okay, so, and this is why you should make this dua. Oh Allah, allow me to be able to utilize technology to do that which pleases you. Yeah. Okay, so ism, next one is the ism now. So ism, let me give you an example of ism. So for instance, if I said this, Zaydun Akramu. Zaydun Akramu minka. Okay, so Zayd is more generous. Zayd is more generous minka, yeah, than you. Zayd is more generous than you. So Zayd is more generous than you. But again, you're going to ask him, bro, how is he generous? Is he generous in spending? Is he generous in in his words? Is he generous in giving knowledge? In what way is he generous? Because the word generosity in Arabic can be used for multiple things. So in this case, we need to bring a tameez. Now, I want you to write down in the comments, what's the mumayyiz going to be? Yeah, what is the mumayyiz going to be? What thing is unclear here? What word over here? Is it Zayd? Is it Akram? Or is it minka? Okay, so Zaydun akramu minka. Zayd is more generous than you. In what way? Aban, as a father. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, as a father, aban. In other words, in the chart of fatherhood chart, he's better than you. He's above you. Yeah, so have you guys got it? Yeah, did you guys get the mumayyiz? No, you didn't? Well, I'll tell you. It was Akram. Yeah, so Akram is the mumayyiz. Okay, if you don't state the tameez, is the sentence still complete? No, the sentence is not complete. That's what I was going to mention a bit later. Good, that's an excellent point, Brother Saqib. Yeah, it's a very good point you made there. Is the sentence still complete? No, it's not complete. Yeah. Well, is it complete? That's a trick question there, and I'll explain that after I do all this. Inshallah, I'm going to explain that. Is it a complete sentence? Is it not a complete sentence? Right, so I'll explain that inshallah. So, mumayyiz, and what is ab? Ab is the tameez. Yeah, so I like it when you guys ask good questions. Yeah, okay, so tameez and the mumayyiz put together now is going to become the khabar of Zayd. Zayd is the mubtada. Okay, and akramu minka aban is the khabar. All put together becomes the khabar. Yeah, kita khabar. You know, one of those ones, kita khabar ones. Yeah, or apa khabar. So that becomes the khabar. So mubtada and the khabar. Does anyone know why Akram only has a single dhamma on there? Why is it not Akramun? Why don't we say Akramun? Any idea why? Yeah, put it in the comments and we'll come back to that. Why is it Akramu? Okay, another example. One more example. Okay, so Zaydun again. Zayd. Zaydun ajmalu. Oh ho ho. Yeah, minka. Zayd is ajmal minka. Anyone know what that means? Put it in the comments again if you know what that means. Zayd ajmalu minka. Mamnu' min as-sarf. Excellent. Yeah, you got it. Brother Saqib's got it. So mamnu' min as-sarf. Another word for mamnu' min as-sarf is غير munsarif. Yeah, غير munsarif. Okay, so excellent, beautiful. Zayd is more beautiful than you. But in what way is he beautiful? Yeah, like what way is it beautiful? In the way he wears clothing? Is it beautiful in his arms? Is he like a bodybuilder, weightlifter? Is he more beautiful than you in his complexion, in his smile? In what way? So the word we're going to bring here is going to be the tameez. So we'll say wajhan. Yeah, again, it's an ism. It's mansoob, mufassir. It's clarifying something unclear, which is physical. Yeah. So again, ajmal is the mumayyiz. Wajhan is the tameez. Tameez and mumayyiz put together becomes the khabar. And Zayd is the mubtada. Okay. And again, ajmal is ghair munsarif. Right, so it's ghair munsarif because this is ghair munsarif. End of story. You don't need to know whys. Okay. So, but inshallah, when you study in more detail, you learn about the ghair munsarif. Yeah. So numbers now. Okay. So the third type is the numbers one. So how does the numbers one work? So the numbers one basically works like this. If you have any number, note this down. Very important point to note down. So make a note of it. If you have any number, any number from 11 to 99. Yeah. So 11 to 99. Tanween is always tanween. I don't understand that. Is that one of those Rumi sayings, yeah? Tanween is always tanween, man. This is a Rumi saying. Yeah, tameez is always tanween. Yes, that's going to bring me to my other point, which I'm going to mention. Yeah, of tameez always being nakirah. Nakirah, always having to be nakirah. Okay, so numbers. So numbers, have you noticed that down? Yeah, 11 to 99, all numbers have a tameez. Must have a tameez. Yeah, so from 11 to 99. So for example, like if I was to say something like this, اشتريت. Okay, اشتريت, I purchased. عشرين, 20. I purchased 20. Yeah, brother, I purchased 20. Huh? I purchased 20. What are you on about, bro? I purchased 20. So now you're sitting there, you're waiting. Oh, excuse me, what are you on about? Well, you purchased 20 what? Tell me what you purchased. Yeah, so that word that you bring afterwards is the tameez. That's going to clarify the 20. So therefore, the 20 is going to be what? It's going to be the mumayyiz. Yeah, so I purchased 20. 20 what? 20, let's say, kitaban, books. Yeah, so books. اشتريت 20 كتابا. 20 كتابا. Yeah, so that's tameez, guys. Again, tameez and mumayyiz put together over here is going to become the maf'ul bihi of اشتريت. Yeah, اشتريت is a fail plus the fa'il, and that becomes the maf'ul bihi put together. اشتريت 20 كتابا. Okay, and last example I'll give, which is given. Okay, ملكت, I owned tis'ina. Tis'ina. Guess what tis'ina means? Write it in the comments if you know what tis'ina means. What number is tis'ina? If you know what it means, put it in the comments, guys. I owned tis'in. Yeah, I owned tis'in. You're probably thinking, what's tis'in what? Tis'in what? I owned tis'in what? Yeah, excellent. Tis'in means 90. So I owned 90. Wait a minute, 90 what? 90. So whatever word you're going to bring after that is going to clarify it. So in there, let's say I owned tis'ina na'jatan. Okay, na'jatan. Na'ja means like a goat. Yeah, na'ja, a goat or a sheep. So I owned tis'in, 90 of them. So again, the word tis'in is going to be tameez, or mumayyiz rather. It's the unclear word. Na'ja is going to be the tameez. Tameez and mumayyiz put together becomes the maf'ul bihi. And guess what malaktu is? Yep, malaktu is the fail and the fa'il. Yeah, fi'l and fa'il. Okay, so that's basically how you deal with the sentence. Okay, that's how you deal with the tameez rather. So these are the ways that tameez is done. Now, just two last points that you have to remember about tameez, and then we're done, inshallah. Okay, extremely important 2 points. Point number 1, tameez must always be nakirah. It must always be indefinite. Nakirah. It has to be nakirah. Yeah, that's like a condition. Condition, that is. Yeah, condition. And number 2 is that the tameez must always appear after a full sentence. Now, you know when they say full sentence, let me explain to you what full sentence means. It doesn't mean a full sentence in understanding. Okay, like, in other words, the guy you're speaking to doesn't have to fully understand what you're saying. It has to be a full sentence in Arabic grammar. So make a note of that as well. When it comes to Arabic grammar, like a mubtada and a khabar. So notice, tasabbaba is a fi'l. Zayd is the fa'il. It's a full sentence, grammatically. Tafaqa'a fi'l, Bakrun fa'il. Taaba fi'l, Muhammadun fa'il. So they don't need all of these. For meaning, they need these, yes. Zaydun akramu minka. That's a full sentence, that is. But the word aban is used for meaning, to give more clarification of the meaning. Zaydun ajmalu minka. Again, Zayd is mubtada, ajmalu minka is the khabar. So by bringing the extra word, it's something which is extra. So if you remember what we said last lesson about the hal, it has to come after a full sentence. In other words, if you don't have a full sentence, you can't bring the tameez. Simple as that. If you didn't have this khabar, Zayd aban, you can't say that. Yeah. You can't say taaba nafsan if there's no fa'il involved. Unless the fa'il is inside the fi'l, that's something else. Ishtaraitu kitaban. If you say Ishtaraitu kitaban, kitab here is not a tameez. Now, kitaban will be treated as a maf'ul bihi. Does that make sense? So it has to be in that sense. Alright, let's look at the text then. Alright, Babu tameez. This is the chapter of tameez. At-tamyizu huwa. Tameez is. And I'm going to tell you what tameez meant. Clarification. Yeah, mayyaza, yumayyizu. To separate two things from each other. So tameez is al-ism, the noun, al-mansoob, which is in the mansoob state. Actually, let me just put some colors on here, guys. Yeah. So it's an ism in the mansoob state. Yeah. Al-mufassiru, which is a mufassir, clarifies. Yeah. Lima in bahama, for that which is unclear. I mentioned this to you last lesson as well. Min al-zawat, of the zawats. Yeah, zawats. Nahwa qawlika, like you're saying. Tasabbaba Zaydun araqan. Zayd, tasabbaba, was pouring with sweat. Tafaqa'a Bakrun. Bakr was swelling up, shahman, with fat. Taaba Muhammadun nafsan. Ishtaraitu 20 ghulaman. I purchased 20 ghulam. Ghulam means slaves. Okay. So I thought you guys won't understand slaves. So in them days, they used to buy and sell slaves. So he's written it according to their times. Malaktu, I owned 90 na'jatan. Na'ja means like a female sheep or goat. Zaydun akramu minka. Zayd is more noble than you. Aban, as a father. Wa ajmalu minka, and he is more beautiful than you. Wajhan, in face. Okay, right. Then he says, وَلَا يَكُونُ إِلَّا نَكِرَةً. Tameez cannot be except nakirah. In other words, tameez has to be a nakirah. Yeah, so tameez has to be a nakirah. وَلَا يَكُونُ إِلَّا بَعْدَ تَمَامِ الْكَلَامِ. And it cannot come except after the completion of the sentence. In other words, in what way complete? Grammatically complete. Yeah, so it has to be grammatically, it has to be complete. Okay, so that's basically what the lesson is all about. Yeah, alhamdulillah. Okay, so let's have a look again. Let's have a look at this. Okay, so you guys are with me? Has it gone off again? It's gone off. Yeah, you can see it. Excellent. Okay, so tameez is a clarifying word, and there's 5 things to remember: ism, mansoob, mufassir, for something unclear, physical. Yeah, clarification. And the author of this book has divided them into sentences with fi'ls, sentences with isms, and numbers. Yeah, the numbers were from 11 to 99. And 2 last points to remember: must be nakirah, and it has to appear after a full sentence. After a full sentence. Okay, guys, hope that makes sense. Jazakumullah khair.